college, I have to do an assignment where I have to videotape yours talking. Are you down to do that? It's just a normal conversation.
Yeah, I'm down for that.
Camera's not there, we're just talking.
Just talking.
Okay. I'm actually gonna turn my chair so I can look at you more. So I know that we both have kind of similar life paths. We're in the same areas of our life.
Yeah.
I know I just finished college and you're thinking about going back.
Yeah. I haven't made a full decision yet, but I'm definitely thinking about it.
And you've been to college before.
Yeah.
Did you develop any goals from that experience?
Well, I knew that the course that I was in was definitely not what I wanted to pursue, so I made the goal to find something that, like, more professional goal would be to find something that would interest me work-wise.
Something that fits you more?
Yeah.
What program were you in?
I was in social services, indigenous justice.
Oh, do you still want to work with people?
Yeah, I still want to work with people. I want to focus more on helping people.
Nice.
Well, I mean, with my past and struggles I've had, I want to focus on things like addiction and safe places for people. But I don't think I want to necessarily go down the counseling route of it.
I get what you mean. No, counseling can be hard. It feels very one-on-one direct.
Yeah, for sure. And, hearing people's trauma stories is pretty upsetting.
You need a lot of coping skills for not dealing, but working with people.
Working with people.
Mm-hmm. Do you find you have to develop any skills?
I found I had to become a lot more patient with those different opinions, especially because my classmates all came from different parts, came from different systems. Some came straight out of the foster care system. Some were in bad home environments. Some had an amazing life.
Okay, you're talking more like directly with the class.
Yeah, directly with the classmates, but that also helped me build my people skills to be able to understand that not everybody feels the same way about everything.
Do you find that way with the professors too, where like they have different perspectives and you have to be very patient with adults?
For sure, especially when they're in like an authoritarian role, you gotta watch what you say, especially because I'm a little bit more of a confrontational person. If I see something wrong, I want to do something about it. But you can't really do that with your teachers because just like that, they could go for any reason they want.
Exactly. No, I had, back on my last placement, I had a supervisor and she was more old school and I didn't agree with it, but I felt like I couldn't speak up because she was in an authority position.
For sure, which is always like a sucky face and that's not how it should be, but that's how it is. And so
It goes back to the patience though. Definitely have to be patient.
yeah.
Not only with the people you work with, but
The people you work for.
yes, the professionals. Mm-hmm. Did you receive any feedback when you were in college?
I mean, it was a while ago, so any of the feedback is probably buried into the back of my mind. But I do remember one of my teachers telling me after we found out that I wouldn't be going back to the program, telling me that no matter what I did in the world, she knew I was going to make a difference.
I really do believe that too. I don't know what, but I think you will make a difference of some kind.
Thank you. And I mean, I don't know if you would classify that as feedback, but it felt really good, and it sticks with me.
That would be feedback, like, I don't know what the good version of feedback is, but like constructive.
Constructive criticism. Well, it's not even criticism, though.
And she's not, I like how she said that. Because you should continue doing something.
I
if you
should.
have a purpose,
I should.
for sure.
Well, you're not gonna get anywhere. I'm not gonna get where I want to be in life without college.
Yeah. No, that's valid.
I
Like,
mean-
not everyone should go to college, but if their goal needs it, then you should.
Yeah, and I mean, do I think I want to be some rich guy with a big mansion? No, and I don't really want that either. I want a nice quiet life. And something like working in a rehab clinic, working with my hands, building, stuff like that is really where I think my focus needs to be.
I know you thought about trades. Did you ever go into trades?
Probably. But I'd have to start getting back outside, working with my hands more, because I've kind of been slacking a bit.
Summertime.
It's summertime.
Now's the time. It was winter though, so you could slack a little bit.
I was allowed to slack a little bit with the winter, but now that the snow has melted, I've got a lot of yard work to do. So I've been thinking. I did landscaping at my house recently,
Yeah.
and everyone said I did such a good job. So I've been
I saw
thinking.
that. That was really good.
Thank you. I was thinking about going into carpentry and renovation,
That would be cool. Like renovating. Wait.
renovating houses,
Yeah.
renovating. Like I could renovate that shed. I could renovate.
Would you renovate like just the outside or inside as well?
Both.
Both would be a big job.
Yeah, it would, but most places have most jobs like that are in renovation have their offices. So they'll be like, hey, this group of people, your outside people, this group of people, your inside people.
So you'd be working like with someone, not alone.
Yeah, I would. Well, I would have to be with medical conditions I have, including epilepsy.
Yeah.
I always have to. It feels kind of weird, especially when you're 19 years old, always kind of having someone hanging around your shoulder. It feels like you can't do anything on your own. But it takes a long time to realize that you can do these things on your own. They're not there to help you with the task, they're they're there to make sure you don't get hurt.
Yeah. And that must have been hard to see. Because it must have felt like someone just hovering over.
Yeah, it does. It does. Especially when it's a family member hanging over your shoulder, because that just makes it feel like they don't trust you.
Not for that though, it's for your safety.
I know. That's actually another life skill I learned in college was learning not to take everything personally.
That is super hard. I struggle with that sometimes too. Honestly. But it's okay. Once you identify it, then it's easier to move forward.
For sure. For sure. That's all about what blind spot is.
And being in college, it's really hard not to take things very hard.
Especially, with the stress of it. It's entirely new people you've never really known before.
And you're time limited. You gotta get the program done and do it quick.
And you'll have teachers at school, they don't tell you that there's an assignment posted, but you better check to see if there's an assignment posted.
That's another thing. I feel like I've become more, I don't know if accountable is the
Independent.
word. More independent. Yeah, I like that word more. Because they don't help you out as much. You need to do it for yourself.
Yeah, of course. Which is a great life skill for them to be teaching you. That's you'll see people who rely on things to be handed to them on a silver platter, and then when you know that if that's how they keep up, they're not going to go ahead. And that's not to be rude or anything. It's fact.
That's how it is. You gotta struggle a bit to be good at something. I'm gonna take the quickest pause ever because I need a prompt of some kind.
Okay.
But we're doing good. Should I check the time?
Yeah.
Okay. We're at 8 minutes. We're doing so good.
You mostly just have it.
I know, that's what I'm saying. Like, forget the camera's there. Which one do we? Which one do we? I feel like we did a lot of it. We didn't do that one. I just need to find a way to get into that one. It's, do you find it hard to read other people's expressions?
Yeah.
Okay, wait, I know how to. You seem pretty. Oh, wait. Do you remember how you were sitting last? Okay. I like how you seem pretty relaxed in this conversation.
Thank you.
Seems like you're pretty into it.
I mean, this is just a conversation.
Yeah, just talking about it. Do you find it easy to recognize, like, people's energy and cues? Sometimes I struggle.
That's a hard one because it really depends on the person. Like friends, family, and stuff, I have a much easier time reading their emotions. But like,
Because you know them.
yeah, because I know them, I know how they act, how they react. And I really focus on that because when I was younger, I couldn't read anybody's social cues.
You know that.
I wasn't properly taught social cues by my school and stuff. They didn't really know that I had struggles with ADHD and stuff, so they just assumed that I knew.
Yeah.
But like you can never know. Some person walking down the street could look angry, but they could just look like that.
That's true. So, kind of.
Kind of. It really depends on the situation, but like also, I can use reasoning. So like if I saw some guy's bike just get destroyed by a car and he's on the ground holding his head, I know he's upset.
You can piece it together.
I can piece it together.
Yeah.
Or even like if I didn't see the car and I see a broken bike on the side of the street or a car broken down on the side of the street and someone looks upset, I can tell they're upset and I can make an educated guess as to why they're upset.
Okay. I feel like that's pretty good. I usually just struggle with identifying the emotion itself. I'll be like, oh, something doesn't look right.
Yeah, like I can't tell if you're sad or angry. I can't tell if you're mad at somebody else or if you're mad at me or if...
You just know that they're not happy.
Yeah, I just know you're not happy.
No, I have
But
that same struggle.
sometimes I mess up mad, I need somebody to talk to. And mad, if you talk to me, I'm going to throw a shoe at you.
It's hard to tell the difference.
It is, it really is.
Sometimes I go back and forth between the two. You need someone there or you just need no one there.
Yeah, and it's definitely that one specifically is a hard emotion to deal with, especially when you fluctuate between the two. It can be very confusing as to what you want.
I think we're good. Thank you.
I like penis.
What's the timer? Okay.